Hey everybody, this is D Hunter, bringing another action figure review. Today, we're going to look at the McFarlane DC Multiverse, Batman the Three Jokers, the Joker the Clown variant. The Three Jokers is a story where three different people were actively being the Joker in Gotham City. The Clown, the Criminal, and the Comedian. Shout out to my boy Corey, he found me both the Clown and the Criminal at Target today. So I say I got my figure at Corey Mart. Let's go and check out the packaging here. As you can see at the top, 22 moving parts, McFarlane toys, ages 12 plus, DC Multiverse, the Joker, the Clown. Here he is in the package. He comes with a crowbar, a Joker fish, a display stand, and a collector's card. One side of the package, the Joker, the Clown for Batman the Three Jokers. Other side, the Joker, the Clown. The bottom, got a bunch of credits, and there is a barcode, in case that helps anybody. And on the back side, here's the Clown posed up, and here are a bunch of other recently released McFarlane DC Multiverse figures you should check out. So no further ado, let's open them up. And of course, I did get two of these figures, one of which to open and enjoy, and one to keep unopened in my complete 6 and 7 inch unopened Batman-related action figure collection. Here are all three of the different Three Jokers figures. The Criminal, the Comedian, and the Clown. Just a reminder, the Criminal and the Clown are going to be available anywhere. The Comedian is a shared exclusive between GameStop and Walmart. You will only find him there. And here are all the figures I have so far for the Three Jokers wave. I'm only missing Batman and the unpainted platinum version of the Red Hood. Looking to be one of the best Batman waves that McFarlane has made so far. Alright, now they got this figure out of the package, here he is with all his accessories laid out. He does come with a display stand, a collector's card, a crowbar, and a Joker fish. Some really iconic Joker type accessories. But before we take a look at those, let's talk about and check out the actual figure. So this is the Joker from the Three Joker story. This is the Clown variation. I really like his color scheme. It's not the traditional Joker colors, but it's very familiar and reminiscent. So let's take a look. Start with his face. It looks amazing. Look at that smile, the dark eyes, the long chin, the hair, the detailing looks great. Very pleased I'm seeing all three of these Three Jokers look absolutely amazing. McFarlane has definitely checked off an iconic Joker off of everyone's list. He's got the pink flower, sort of pink jacket, green shirt, black bow tie, purple pinstripe pants. I've seen a lot of people complain about the sort of diaper area, and yeah, it could look a little better, but it doesn't bother me. Purple gloves, a little jacket tail hanging off the back, kind of rubbery, easy to move, double jointed elbows, double jointed knees, dress shoes. Overall, I am extremely pleased with all three of these Three Jokers, and this guy's face is one of the best. And just a closer look at his face and head sculpt. Like I said before, I am very pleased and impressed with this. Just a quick look at this Joker diorama I'm using for this video. This is a custom-made, one-of-a-kind diorama. My boy Albert made this for me. If anyone out there is interested in getting a diorama like this, he wouldn't make one for you, but it'd be quite expensive. Message me if you're interested. Now let's take a look at his accessories, and let's start off with the boring stuff. Here's his display stand, typical McFarlane stand, black perfect circle, says DC at the bottom. It's got one peg for the pegals on his feet, very thin, very basic. Now let's take a look at his collector's card. As you can see, we've got the Joker holding the crowbar and the Joker fish. The Joker, the Clown variant from Batman the Three Jokers. On the back side, there's a description. If you want to read that, go ahead and pause now. Now let's take a look at his fish. The Joker fish, or laughing fish, has been used many times over the years. It's got an orange body, green fins, a little bit rubbery, can move around. Body's a little bit textured, and it's got this smiling face, painted very poorly. Here's his Joker fish, next to all the other Joker fish I have in my collection. The top two are from the DC Collectibles DC Icons line. The one below that is from the DC Collectibles Batman the Animated Series line. Then, of course, this orange one is from the McFarlane DC Multiverse line. And the two on the bottom are from the Mattel DC Universe Classics line. Here's the Joker, holding his laughing fish. Now let's look at his crowbar. The sculpt is nice, paint job is good. You can see it's got the little fork on the top. Kind of silver, metallic type paint job. Sculpted like a traditional crowbar. The only problem with this crowbar, it is way too large. It looks very oversized in the action figure's hands. And that's really odd because McFarlane has released some smaller crowbars with other McFarlane DC Multiverse figures. McFarlane does have sort of a bad habit of making some of their accessories way too big for the figures. Here's his crowbar. Next to the crowbar, the Comedian Joker from the Three Jokers line came with. They are 100% the same sculpt, shape, and size. Then, here's this Joker's crowbar. Next to the crowbars it came with the Rebirth Joker, the Unmasked Jason Todd, and with the Three Jokers Red Hood. These crowbars are smaller and are much more appropriately sized for the figures. Makes me think it's kind of odd they made this larger crowbar for the Jokers. Here are all the different crowbars that I have. The collection expands. Plenty for the Joker's Armory. Here's Joker, holding his crowbar, about to swing on Jason. Now that we've taken a pretty good look at both the figure and his accessories, now let's check out his height. From bottom to the top of his head, he's standing at about 7.2 inches tall, which can translate to about 18 centimeters. Now let's check out his articulation. Starting with his head here, of course, it can rotate from side to side. He can look up and down about that far, not bad. Can tilt his head from one side to the other, give him a good amount of personality. Shoulders on a ball joint, goes a little more 90 degrees, up, down, around, all that good stuff. Can't see it very well, but he does have a butterfly joint between his shoulder and chest area. Just increase the range of motion there. Bicep cut below that. Double jointed elbows. His wrist has a ball in it. It can rotate, and it's going to be hinged as well. Double ball joint in his torso area. Torso rotates around, goes forward and back. His waist rotates around, goes forward and back. Pretty good range of motion here. His legs, pretty much does the splits. This area is very soft, has a lot of give to it. Not a ball joint, but a similar type concept. Rotation is almost non-existent. Legs go forward about that far. This thing kind of caves in on itself and looks bad if you do stuff like that. Back just a little bit. Double jointed knees. And his ankle here goes forward and back. Can rotate, can tilt, rock, and there's articulation. Here are the three Jokers, finally together in their Joker lair, planning their next move. Here's the Joker with some of his Joker whores. And here's this Joker doing his failed stand-up at the comedy club. Here's the Joker taking on Red Hood in this alleyway next to Joker's headquarters. And we all know how that's going to turn out. Now let's check him out next to some other action figures, starting off with some other McFarlane DC Multiverse figures. Here he is with the other Jokers from the Three Jokers wave. We have the Criminal, the Clown, and the Comedian. And here, next to the rest of the Three Jokers wave, I still need to get Batman and the unpainted Platinum Chase variant of Red Hood. Then, next to the McFarlane Mortal Kombat 11 Joker. Here are all the McFarlane DC Multiverse Joker figures they've made so far. There are a total of 9 of them. The next one is coming pretty soon. It's based off The Dark Knight Returns. And now, next to the Joker Batman robot from Batman Beyond Future's End. Here he is, next to the McFarlane Harley Quinn figures. Then, next to several different Batman figures, based off their appearances in DC Comics. Now let's check him out, next to some other recently released McFarlane DC Multiverse figures. Here he is, next to a couple of Lex Luthor figures. And here he is, next to Lobo and Superboy Prime. Then, next to a couple of Swamp Thing figures. Looking forward to getting the third variation. Now let's check him out, next to some action figures from different various companies, to see how he fits in, both scale and style-wise, in case you want to know which lines you can mix him with. Since he's a McFarlane figure, they're typically the 7-inch scale. I'm going to start off my comparisons with some of the larger action figure lines I collect, and work way smaller, and I'm going to include as many Joker figures as I can during these comparisons. Since we've already checked him out, next is the McFarlane Joker figures. Here he is with some other McFarlane figures. In front of you are 5 different action figure lines, all from McFarlane Toys, all 7-inch scale. Then, next is some more McFarlane toys. These are from different various video game properties. And now, next is some Jack-specific wrestling figures. And here he is, next is some DST or Diamond Select toys. Then, next is some DC Direct and DC Collectibles Joker figures. And here, next is some NECA figures. Then, next is some Mattel wrestling figures. And now, next is some Jazzwares AEW wrestling figures. And here he is, next is some Mezco 112 collective figures. Then, next is some Mattel DC Universe Classics and Multiverse Joker figures. And here, next is some Mafex Joker figures. Then, next is some Hasbro Marvel Legends. And here he is, next is some SH Figure Arts Joker figures. And finally, next is some Jazzwares Fortnite figures. Overall, this is a fantastic Joker figure. This guy looks amazing. Of the 3 Jokers released, he's in the least traditional Joker colors, but it works. His articulation's great, his accessories are good, paint job and sculpt are excellent. Yes, the little diver piece could be a little better, but it doesn't really bother me. I don't know which one of these 3 Jokers I like the best. I feel like I like them all pretty much equally. If I were to pick just one of them, it probably would be the comedian. That's the Killing Joke version with the hat. If I were to rate this guy, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. I am just loving all 3 of these guys. They're all great incarnations of Joker, but different versions. So this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say about the video, add to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I will talk to you guys real soon.